Tinseltown's newest controversy has officially reached a boiling point. Rachel Zegler's dramatic descent from Hollywood's golden girl to persona non grata is spiraling into chaos as major production companies systematically cut ties. From the humiliating collapse of Snow White at the box office to explosive behind-the-scenes tensions with Gal Gadot, this saga has it all hubris, outrage, and a seemingly doomed career. Let's take a closer look at how Rachel Zegler's skyrocketing fame collapsed into one of Hollywood's most catastrophic PR disasters. Hey there, everyone, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time tuning in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button here on Woke Watch for all your must-know Hollywood exposes. And smash that like button if you live for the drama. Today, we're digging into what might just be the most divisive, jaw-dropping Hollywood controversy we've seen in years. Rachel Zegler, once heralded as Disney's breakthrough superstar and the shining hope for live-action fairy tales, is now at the heart of an industry-wide shutdown. Snow White's disastrous aftermath just keeps getting worse, and the rumors of Zegler's friction with her co-star Gal Gadot have only intensified the chaos erupting in Hollywood circles. It's March 27, 2025, and while Snow White continues to flounder at the global box office, the bigger story is this. How did Rachel Zegler go from future lister to total industry exile in under a year? Today, we're unpacking every jaw-dropping development, from her inflammatory interviews and questionable on-set conduct to Hollywood's brutal response, and what it all means for her professional future. Buckle up, this ride is far from smooth. To grasp just how disastrous this collapse has been, we need to rewind to when Rachel Zegler was first crowned the face of Disney's modernized Snow White after her breakout performance in West Side Story, directed by none other than Steven Spielberg. Zegler was hailed as a fresh, multi-talented actress destined for stardom. Spielberg himself called her a once-in-a-generation performer, and the entertainment industry quickly rallied behind her. When Disney announced her casting as Snow White, it was seen as a bold, progressive choice. The studio pitched it as a reimagining of the beloved classic, anchored by Zegler's magnetic appeal. Early trailers and press teasers highlighted her vocal prowess and youthful charisma-building anticipation for what Disney hoped would rival the live-action success of The Lion King or Beauty and the Beast. But controversy was already brewing. Beneath the surface, die-hard fans of the original film expressed concern over sweeping changes, like replacing the Seven Dwarfs with animated mythical creatures, and reworking the plot to emphasize Snow White as a battle-hardened heroine rather than a dreamy-eyed princess. While some audiences welcomed the modern twist, others felt Disney had butchered a cherished story. And that was only the beginning. Things truly went off the rails when Rachel Zegler opened her mouth. Promotional tours are meant to generate buzz, engage audiences, and honor a film's legacy. Unfortunately, Zegler did the opposite. During multiple interviews, she dismissed the original Snow White as antiquated and problematic, critiquing its portrayal of women and calling it irrelevant for today's viewers. The backlash was swift. Fans accused her of disrespecting the legacy of Disney's first animated feature. They argued that it's one thing to update a tale, but quite another to ridicule the source material that laid the foundation for modern animation. To make matters worse, Zegler appeared defiantly unapologetic. Within hours, social media ignited with fury. Users labeled her as arrogant, tone-deaf, and ungrateful for the opportunity she had been given. Instead of dialing it back, Zegler went on the defensive, accusing critics of misogyny and insisting that people were simply afraid of progress, rather than diffusing the outrage. Her response only intensified the storm. Rachel Zegler's unraveling isn't the first public downfall of a young Hollywood star, but few have crashed and burned as quickly. While actors like Shia LaBeouf and Lindsay Lohan saw their careers derailed due to personal scandals and legal issues, Zegler's fall is centered almost entirely on her public image and combative persona. A modern comparison would be Brie Larson's Captain Marvel controversy. Larson faced scrutiny for controversial remarks, yet Disney and Marvel stood firmly by her. In contrast, Zegler has faced complete abandonment from multiple studios. That level of rejection, especially for an actress in her early 20s, is almost unprecedented. The tipping point came when major production companies started pulling the plug. Paramount Pictures was the first to act. They had tentatively cast Zegler in the lead role of a psychological thriller, banking on her rising stardom post-Snow White. But once the controversy reached critical mass, they abruptly shelved the project. Not only did they drop her from the film, but Paramount also reportedly placed her on an internal do not cast list, a de facto blacklist that shuts the door on future collaborations. The entertainment world was stunned. Blacklisting a young actor at this scale before their career has truly taken off is extraordinarily rare, and it didn't end there. Legendary Pictures soon followed suit, removing her from the upcoming Godzilla vs. Kong sequel. Warner Bros., who co-produced the film, agreed with the decision. Executives at both studios feared that the negative publicity surrounding Zegler would poison their productions, with hashtags calling for boycotts trending and fans threatening to abandon any movie she appeared in. These studios took preemptive action to avoid another Snow White-style catastrophe. Meanwhile, things were deteriorating behind the scenes as well. According to insiders close to the Snow White production, Zegler clashed frequently with her co-star, Gal Gadot. The tension reportedly stemmed from political disagreements. Gadot is a vocal supporter of Israel, while Zegler allegedly made critical remarks that led to a volatile dynamic on set. Attempts to mediate the dispute fell short. Zegler's growing hostility reportedly caused concern among producers and crew members alike. Once the friction reached executive ears, it solidified the studio's decision. She was too volatile, too risky, and ultimately not worth the drama. Hollywood has little patience for public relations nightmares, and Rachel Zegler now carries a pull. Reputation studios want nothing to do with. Industry analysts believe a comeback is highly unlikely. While stars have rebounded from scandals before, Zegler's damage is both personal and professional. No executive wants to bet on someone who brings baggage to every press junket and potential conflict to every production set. Her only shot at redemption may be a complete reinvention alongside public contrition, an extended break from the spotlight, and a commitment to maturity. Even then, the road back will be steep and uncertain. What's your take on all this? Has Rachel Zegler destroyed her own career, or is there still a sliver of hope for a Hollywood resurrection? Can the industry forgive, or has she sealed her fate as a cautionary tale? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this analysis eye-opening, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to Woke Watch for more deep dives into the scandals, secrets, and shockwaves shaking Hollywood to its core.